Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Destiny, and in today's video I will be sharing a story time, and this story is going to be titled The Time My Dog Bit, emphasis on the quotations, bit her son. If you're interested in story times, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, what else is there to say? Check out my other videos, my what I eat in a day videos, and yeah, just continue to watch the video. We're just gonna get straight into it. Now, in this video, I am saying my dog, but it's not my dog. It's not the dog that you guys see in my videos in the background. She is my dog, but that's not the dog I am talking about in this video. The dog I am referring to is my grandma's dog, who unfortunately has passed away, and very sad about that. So this story happened a couple years ago. I want to say it's been like 7 or 8 years ago. Honestly, it's been a while, and he passed away 4 years ago. My grandma's dog's name was Shaggy. So this story starts off during the time that I moved to Florida. When I first moved to Florida, it was completely different for me, and nothing was near our house. So it was horrible. Like, I did not like it. Everything was so far from where we lived. It was horrible. Like, literally the day I moved to Florida was the day I realized I did not want to live in Florida, because I am from New Jersey, specifically Jersey City. So I'm very much city life. You don't really need a car in Jersey City. So when I moved to Florida, it was a complete, how you say that? I forgot what it's called. It was completely different. Like, I was not used to it. And would I go back? Probably not. I think Florida's completely overrated. Like, sorry, not sorry, but it's like everybody and their mother wants to move there. And it's like, I don't like it. I really don't. And anyways, I like cold weather, fall. I like all the seasons. This is completely off topic. My bad. So when I moved to Florida, my family was already living there for about like 3 or 4 months before I actually moved to Florida with Jose. And if you guys don't know who Jose is my significant other. I've mentioned him in, I think, 1 or 2 of my past videos. So Jose is very much extrovert. He's very out there. He likes to make friends. Me, I am not like that. I'm very introvert. I do not like to make new friends. I do not trust like anybody. Like, so many people have done me wrong in my life that I'm just like, don't really want to make any new friends, to be honest, which is so bad, but that's the truth. Jose decided that he was gonna walk around town and see if he makes new friends. I'm like, who does that? Like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna stay in my house and we'll be fine. Like, I don't need any more friends. I really don't. So he comes back a few, I don't know, probably an hour or so later. I really don't remember. And he's like, oh, I made some friends. Mind you, Jose is 21, I think, at this time. And he says, I made friends with these like 17, and I think some of them were 18-year-olds. I'm like, what? Like, why are you making friends with 17 and 18-year-old when you're like 21 or whatever? He's like, oh no, like, we're not friends. Like, we're playing basketball. Like, I just played basketball with them. They're cool. They live down the block. And I'm like, okay, whatever. When me and Jose first moved to Florida, there would be days that I would tell him, like, let's go walk Shaggy. And my grandma had Shaggy and the other dog, Shaggy's brother, Dexter. So I would tell Jose, like, let's go walk Shaggy and Dexter, because my grandfather would be the one walking them, but I would feel bad, you know. My grandfather is older, so I told him, like, let's, you know, walk Shaggy and Dexter. And when we walked Shaggy and Dexter, I would tell Jose that I'm the one who's gonna hold on to Shaggy. Now, Shaggy was, oh my God, my beauty blender went flying across the room. Now, Shaggy was a feisty dog, and Jose would be like, since he was a smaller dog, Jose would be like, oh, he's not gonna do anything. Like, I can hold him, let me hold him, because Dexter is way smaller than Shaggy was. And I'll be like, nope, you're gonna hold Dexter. You're gonna hold the small one, and I'll hold the medium one, because I already know how Shaggy is. Shaggy, somebody looks at him the wrong way, he's lunging at you. Like, he's not playing that. So I would tell Jose that no, that he could not walk Shaggy. And Jose would tell me, like, come on, let me walk him, let me walk him. Why I have to walk the, you know, Dexter when he's smaller? Like, you should be the one walking Dexter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I would tell him, nope. it's me that's gonna hold on to Shaggy. So I explained this to Jose multiple, I have to tell you guys this. I explained this to Jose multiple times that Shaggy was a feisty one. He did not play with other humans. Like, he just did not play. He protected his family, like he protected us, and he was very protective, and he just did not play. He was not a friendly dog. And he would be like, oh, he doesn't do anything, because he wouldn't do anything to Jose. Mind you, when he first met Jose, he was like barking at Jose like crazy. But anyways, so this was around the holiday time. So everybody in my family was coming to Florida to spend the holidays with us, since we did live over there now, and so did my mom and my grandparents and everything. So on this particular day, there was a lot of people from my family in the house, and I was packing up gifts. So as I'm packing up the gifts, Jose tells me, oh, I'm gonna go walk Shaggy, like he needs to be walked. And I was busy packing up the gifts. And I told Jose to wait till I was done. And Jose is very much, he's very stubborn. And he's just like, why do I have to wait for you? Like, I could literally go right now. Which he had a point. He was like, why do I have to wait for you to finish wrapping up gifts when I could literally go right now? And I'm like, because I know how to control him already. Like, you don't know. He's like, I've been walking with you and him for days now, and I already know how he is. Like, I'm fine. I could walk him. And I'm like, no, like, you have to wait till I'm done. And he just keeps telling me no, that he's fine and he could walk him. And like, it's going to be fine. And he told me, like, your grandfather literally walks him, and your grandfather is way older than I am. So why can't I walk him? Like, and I'm like, that's true. My grandfather does walk him, but my grandfather also had Shaggy for multiple years, so he already knew how Shaggy was. And I'm like, all right, you're right. I said, if you're going to walk Shaggy, you're only going to walk Shaggy. Like, you're not taking Dexter with you, and Dexter's just not going to be able to go outside right at this moment, because I'm busy, and you're not going to take both dogs. Like, absolutely not. So he goes, right? And I stay in the house packing up gifts. I'm with my family. Everything's cool, fine, and dandy. Jose comes back, and I'm like, hey, he wasn't gone for that long, but he comes back, and I'm like, hey, is everything fine? Was everything good? You know? He's like, yeah, everything was fine. He be pissing me off. Pissing me off. Because a lot of times he won't tell me things, and then he'll be like, I didn't say anything because I didn't want you to get mad. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm still going to get mad, and I'm going to find out the truth anyways. So he comes, and he's like, yeah, everything was fine. Like, everything's good. Like, and then I'm looking at Shaggy. Shaggy's fine. I'm like, okay. You were able to walk him. Good. We're chilling in the room, and eventually somebody, like maybe like an hour or two later, it wasn't like right away later. It was like an hour or two later. Somebody starts knocking on the door. So when they start knocking on the door, Jose's like, and my whole family's like, who's knocking on the door? Because everybody was like, I think in the house already. So Jose was like, oh my God. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? He's like, oh my God, I messed up. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, are you good? Like, what the hell? What's going on? And he's like, oh, God. And he just keeps on, oh, I didn't tell you. I'm like, you didn't tell me what? What's going on? I'm like, what didn't you tell me? He's like, oh, I messed up. I'm like, bro, stop with the, I messed up, and tell me what's going on. So he goes and tells me, Shaggy lunged at somebody. I'm like, Shaggy did what? Wait. Did you just say that Shaggy lunged? What do you mean Shaggy lunged at somebody? Now I'm getting serious. And he's like, yeah, like, don't get mad. It's not a big deal. And I'm like, no. What do you mean Shaggy just lunged at somebody? What do you mean? You need to start speaking like right now. So my mom's at the door, and she, like, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you that when the person knocked on the door, my mom was the one that went and opened the door. And she's like, she starts calling Jose. And I'm like, she's like, Jose, somebody's looking for you. And my mom found it weird, but she thought that the kid was looking for Jose to play basketball. So she's like, Jose, somebody's looking for you. He doesn't even get to finish like his sentence with me after he tells me that Shaggy lunged at somebody, and he has to go to the door because my mom's calling him. And I'm like freaking out. So I'm going to the living room or whatever by the door Well, Jose goes outside and Jose closes the door and he goes and speaks to the kid. So my mom's like, Destiny, what happened? So my mom, you know, she's talking about it because everybody's there or whatever. And she's like, that kid just told me, oh, where's the dog? Where's the dog that bit me or whatever? And I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, Jose literally just told me that Shaggy lunged at somebody and it's not a big deal. I don't even know what's going on. Jose eventually comes in the house and we're all like, hello, what's going on? Like, you know, what's going on? And he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not. Jose's like that. Like, he's like, he does not make a big deal out of anything. So he's like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And my mom's like, no, like, what happened? Obviously, because this is my grandparents' dog. And I also forgot to mention that this originally was not my grandparents' dog. This was my cousin's dog. But when my cousin got pregnant, she kind of gave the dogs to my grandparents. And when they moved to Florida, my grandparents took the dogs with them. So Shaggy was originally my cousin's dog. He was a part of the family since I was 9 years old. So this was like the family dog. So he says, I was walking Shaggy and I stopped to say what's up to the boys that I play basketball with. And we're talking, and I don't know if it was like the kid was like playing around with Jose. So he went to like run to Jose or whatever. He was like running to Jose to say what's up to Jose or whatever, like jogging to Jose. And Shaggy, of course, he thought the kid was like coming to attack Jose. So he lunged at the kid's knee. He did not bite the kid. He like barely got the kid's knee. He like scratched the kid's knee or whatever. And Jose was like, oh, shoot. And he like pulls Shaggy back and the kid was like, whoa, like whatever. The kid did not make a big deal out of it. He's just like, oh. And then Jose's like, let me see. Are you good, bro? Are you good? And the kid's like, nah, I'm good. And it was like literally a scratch like this. Like, you couldn't even see it. It was a little scratch. So Jose's like, you sure, bro? Like, you sure you good? Whatever, blah, blah. And the kid's like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. Like, it's not a big deal. Mind you, this kid was very much, he used to act like he was tough. And yeah. So Jose was like, you sure, bro? Like, everything's good. Like, I don't want no problems. Like, my bad. Like, he's just protecting me, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then the kid's like, bro, like, everything's good. It's not a big deal. Like, everything's fine, cool, and dandy. And Jose's like, all right, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He saw the scratch. He said it wasn't a big deal. It was a small little scratch, nothing serious. Jose left. And then, like I said, the kid came like 2 hours later or something like that. So Jose tells us this. And I'm like, okay, so if everything is cool, fine, and dandy, why is he knocking on our door? And why is he asking for the dog that bit him? What's going on? Like, you're acting like everything's cool, fine, and dandy, yet he's coming, knocking on the door, asking for the dog that bit him. So clearly something's not cool, fine, and dandy. What's going on? He's like, when I went to the door, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, what happened? And he's like, oh, I told my mom that your dog bit me. And Jose's like, what do you mean? Because again, the kid was like 17 years old. So Jose's like, what do you mean you told your mom? Like, bro, you acted like everything was fine. What are you talking about? I have to say this multiple times. Shaggy did not bite this kid. He barely scratched the kid. Okay? If he bit the kid, obviously I would be saying, oh, he bit the kid was bleeding. There was no blood. There was nothing of that. So Jose's like, what do you mean you told your mom? Like, okay, and what happened? And the kid said, I told my mom that your dog bit me, and my mom said to come and find the information on the dog and to come to your house, and that's why I'm here. Like, I don't want to make it a big deal. It's my mom. Okay. You don't want to make it a big deal? Now I'm starting to get mad. I'm sorry, but this situation really pisses me off. You don't want to make it a big deal. I understand the kid's 17. That's fine. He told his mom, whatever. But if you didn't want to make it a big deal and you knew how your mom was, why would you tell your mom that you got scratched? Because that's what you got, scratched by a dog. Like, why? And then at that, you were cool with Jose. So it's like, the kid's like, honestly, bro, like, my mom is making a big deal out of this. It's not me. And Jose was like, yeah, but you're telling me you're not making a big deal out of it, yet you went and told your mom, and now your mom's telling you to come and knock on my door. And I asked you if you were fine. I saw the scratch. Like, bro, you barely got a scratch. Can I see it again? The kid shows the scratch again, and Jose's like, yeah, bro, like, I don't get what's going on. Like, you said it was fine. And the kid's like, nah, like, bro, like, honestly, forget I even knocked on the door. Everything's fine. Like, everything's fine. So Jose tells us this. Jose's like, bro, like, the kid, he even said, like, he doesn't even know why he told his mom. Like, he just told her when she got home. I don't know. Maybe she said, how was your day, son? And he was like, oh, I got bit by a dog. I really don't know what that kid told his mom. We're like, kind of annoyed and I'm specifically pissed off with Jose because I knew Jose shouldn't have walked Shaggy. But it's whatever. What can we do? We can't go back. Can't go back in time. We can only move forward. So that night, my mom and my aunt, and I forgot who else, they had went to, I don't know where exactly they went to. I know I was home with Jose and my grandparents and everything. And this was my mom's side of the story, so I'll just tell you this. So my mom said that she pulled up to the house. And when she pulled up to the house, let me spray this real quick. Okay. You know the Kylie Jenner and Kim Kardashian thing? And Kylie Jenner's trying to use her spray. Was it a spray? I think it was. And it's like, yeah, that's me right now. So my mom says that when she pulled up, they saw the car and that my aunt got out the car first and the lady automatically started talking to called my aunt, and my aunt went to, I think, the window of her car or something like that, and to start talking to her. And my mom was like, oh, I don't know, maybe my aunt knows this person. Like, my mom didn't know who it was. And that my aunt's talking to the lady, and then my mom was like, you know, not at the lady's window, and my aunt calls for my mom, and she's like, oh, this is the mom of the kid, and like she wants to speak to the owner of the dog. Mom's like, the owner of the dog is my mom, and my mom is older, so like, what's going on? Like, my mom started talking, and the lady's like, no, I want to speak to the owner of the dog, whatever, blah blah. And my mom got mad, like upset, because the way the lady was speaking. My mom, if you know my mom, and like if you really know her, when my mom gets mad, she gets mad. So she was like, yeah, I'm not about to talk to this lady. So she decided like to leave my aunt talking to her, because my aunt's really nice. So my mom walked inside the house, and I literally remember, and she's like, Jose, that kid's mom is out there, and she's over here talking about she wants to talk to the owner of the dog, and she's not gonna talk to my mom, whatever, blah blah. Mind you, my cousin who used to be the owner of the dog was there, but she was going through her own stuff. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. Da, 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 da. And like my mom was like pissed off. And I was like, I thought you said that kid said it was fine. Well, Jose's like, what? And I'm like, wait, what? She's there? Jose goes, right? And he goes real quick, and I go too. My aunt's just out the window talking to her, and I'm like, okay. So Jose goes in, and he's like, yeah, hi. And she's like, oh, are you the owner of the dog? Are you the owner of the dog? And I'm like, I'm stepping back, and my mom's stepping back. And my mom's like, look how she's talking. So Jose's like, no, I'm not the owner of the dog, but I was the one. And I want to speak to the owner of the dog. And Jose's like, yeah, ma'am, but I'm the one who's walking the dog. So what's the situation? Because I talked to your son already. No. I don't care if you talk to my son. My son has nothing to do with this, whatever. It's me talking now. Where's the owner of the dog? And he's like, oh, ma'am, okay, like, relax. Like, I'm the one who's walking the dog. So, like, can I explain to you, like, what happened or whatever? Blah, blah. And your son said it was fine, whatever, blah, blah. And she's like, no. Mind you, that's fine and dandy. Like, her son said it was fine. She didn't. Like, that's fine. But you need to calm down. Because what you're not about to do is you're not about to be talking to us like that. That's what you're not about to do. Jose's like trying to calm her down. And even my aunt is like, oh, but like, senora, whatever. Like, my aunt's talking to her, whatever. And she's like, no, where's the owner of the dog? Where's the owner of the dog? And he's like, oh, well, the owner of the dog, or I don't know if somebody said that it was my grandma. And she's like, okay, tell your grandma to come outside. First of all, that's what we're not about to do. My grandma's not about to come out here and argue with you. That's what's not about to happen at all. That's not happening. So, and my grandma didn't even come outside. Like, my grandma was so stressed out. We were going through so many issues. Like, no, it's not happening. You're going to talk to us. So Jose's like trying to calm the situation down. And she's like, no, I want to speak to the owner. I want to speak to the owner. I want to speak to the owner. Blah, blah, blah. She kept on. So I'm stepping back at first. I'm relaxing. I'm watching everything. And one thing about me is when I get mad, I can't control my mouth. I'm working on that though. She keeps yapping. I want to talk to the owner. I want to talk to the owner. I want to talk to the owner. I don't care what happened. I don't care what my son said. She keeps talking, right? I'm like, yeah, we're not about to do this anymore. They're not about to speak to this woman nice because she's not speaking nice. Excuse me, Jose. I'm like, yeah, what happened? What's up? What's going on? Oh, are you the owner? No, I'm not the owner. My grandma's the owner. So what's going on? Because he already clearly explained to you what was happening. Your son said it was fine. No, I don't care what my son said. Who's the owner? I want to speak to the owner. Where's your grandma? Where's your grandma? Where's my grandma? What you about to do to my grandma? You think you're gonna be talking to my grandma like this? So I'm like, no, you could talk to me. You're not talking to my grandma. You could talk to me. You could talk to me. You're not talking to my grandma. You're talking to me. So what's up? She just wanted money. That's literally what she wanted out of this situation. She wanted money for a scratch. That's what she wanted. You thought you was getting money out of us. You thought you was, but you wasn't. She kept on screaming. I want to talk to the owner. And I was getting mad. So I'm screaming at her, probably calling I'm probably cursing at her, honestly. So she keeps on. And she's like, no, because that dog bit my son. And I'm like, yeah, and your son is fine. Where is your son anyways? No, because my son has nothing to do with this. Yes, he does. He's the main character. What are you talking about? Oh, that dog bit my son. That dog bit my son. I'm taking my son to the ER. I'm taking my son to the ER. Where's the owner? She kept on. And I'm like, and then Jose's trying to tell me, like, step aside. I could calm the situation down. And my aunt's trying to grab me, telling me, step aside, like, calm down. Ooh, I wanted to punch her. So they're like telling me to calm down. I'm like, no. And then she keeps on, where's the owner? Where's the owner? Keeps on yabbing. I gotta take my son to the ER. I gotta take my son to the ER. That dog bit my son. My son could barely walk. Like, this lady was saying some bullshit. This lady was saying, like, outrageous stuff. Like, my son could barely play basketball anymore. Yo, this lady, I'm laughing, but I was not laughing in the moment because I'm like, what? Like, your son could barely walk? Your son walked his happy butt down over here talking about he told you and he regrets even telling you because you're crazy. You're insane. I go back to the window and again, I'm arguing with her like, you ain't gonna talk to my grandma. You gonna talk to me. And I'm arguing with her. And then in the end, she goes, nah, because I gotta take my son to the ER. So I'm like, B? I said the B word. I did. I'm not gonna say it in my video because I don't want to, like, whatever. I'm not trying to curse like that anymore. So I said, B, if your son is bleeding to death and you need to take him to the hospital, why are you sitting here talking to me? Yo, this lady, silence. She's just like, because it's true. If your son is bleeding to death and you need to take him to the ER, you haven't taken him to the ER yet, you're here talking to us, arguing with us? Oh, just watch when I take him to the ER. Just watch. All right. Bye, mama. I'll be right here waiting for you. I'll be right here. I'm not moving anytime soon. Just moved here. I'll be right here. She drove off. Eventually, I don't know what she kept saying. She kept saying, everybody around me was just like, what's wrong with you? Jose, my aunt, my mom's like, nah, she don't even care. My mom's used to me already. Jose and my aunt like, Destiny, are you insane? Why would you say that? She's gonna come back and she's gonna bring us the bill, and she's not bringing us no bill. That lady's son did not have anything. She just wanted money. Guess what? She never came back. Look at this one. Always gotta make an appearance in every video. This is not the dog I'm talking about, by the way. So before y'all say, this dog is the most friendliest dog in America. She loves everybody. Even if you don't like her, she likes you. We did see the kid a couple more times, and when he would see Jose, he was honestly embarrassed. That was the story. Nothing ended up happening. She lived on our block, but we ran into her maybe like once or twice. Honestly, passing their house, she would just look at us, not say anything. What would I do differently? I would not let Jose walk the dog. But Shaggy has passed away, unfortunately. And I always tell Mila, I'm like, because my dog is so friendly, I'm like, Mila, Shaggy would have never liked you. That's the end of the story. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with another video. Peace.